The
Absolutely
resident of
right here,
address
Trump is not.
666.
Cyrus, okay, he's not Cyrus who had a biblical authorization in Isaiah 44:28 to issue his decree. Trump decree of, and when it comes, if it comes, a war which I doubt, because that's a lot. If you look at Gaza, that is a ton of work, and that's going to take many years. In that respect, I feel this plan may not go always like they plan on, but it's a lot of prophecy and a lot of prophecy players that you need to see that's going on here, showing Trump to be modern day King Cyrus who authorized the Jews to rebuild their temple will need, and you could see them at the top of this article that Trump this is where you have to put it in perspective. Political, doctrine and end times. Prophecy, this is where you have to have clear differential. Kushner appeared to hint at the entire idea in a speech he gave last year, so Gaza's waterfront property could be very valuable if people would focus on the building of livelihoods. It's a little bit of an unfortunate situation here, but I think, from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. This is what Kushner suggests. So Kushner is crafting Trump's prepared remarks that he made alongside Benjamin Netanyahu, so he prepared this speech for him, citing an anonymous source familiar with the matter. Netanyahu had not been requested that Trump pursue such a plan ahead of the time, and you could see Netanyahu's shock when Trump presented his father-in-law's plan, announced yesterday for the US to take over Gaza and clear it of Palestinians. So Kushner was involved in crafting Trump's prepared remarks that he made along. Now you want to know that somebody's going to be right up in the Antichrist's face is probably him, Jared. Antichrist, okay, without even knowing it, but he will know in time. I didn't know how until I heard him speak last night. Now let me give you this article off of now the end begins. It says that Trump called for the US to take a long-term control of Gaza for nearly 2 million Palestinian residents to permanently leave for neighboring countries as whispers of a rebuilt temple begin to circulate. So, last night Trump stunned the world, literally by declaring that the US would seize control of the Gaza Strip, secure it with thousands of armed troops, and rebuild it for a year that started out with the end times needle pin at 36 days into 2025. That needle is seize control of the Gaza Strip, secure it with thousands of armed troops, and rebuild it for a year that started out with the end times needle pin at 36 days into 2025. The needle is pinned and beginning to melt. Not only that, Trump's proposed Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's on record saying back in 2018 that there's no reason why the miracle of the re-establishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible. Oh, the temple is coming, all right, but it will be the temple of the AC. This is what I'm saying. This is why all of this that's being said, and it's going on right now as part of a tribulation. So it says here Matthew 20. He uses Matthew 24:15. It says, when ye therefore see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth let him understand. So in his first term, Donald Trump moved the US embassy to Jerusalem, declared Jerusalem to be the original capital of Israel, as signed the Abraham Accords implementing a burgeoning peace covenant between Israel neighbors. Now here at the very beginning of his second term, Trump has made the jaw-dropping statement that America will now control Gaza, quite possibly setting the table for the building of the Jewish temple. He goes on to say, someone get me Emmanuel Macaroni and Pope Francis on the FR on the phone. Trump is taking over the jobs. That would be